There's a moment in your life when you open a drawer, expecting chaos, and instead feel this tiny wave of relief wash over you. It's not dramatic, not loud, just a quiet breath you didn't realize you were holding. But here's the strange thing, that little moment sticks with you more than it should. You stand there for a second, hovering over the neatly folded shirts or the perfectly lined up pens, and something inside you settles, almost like your mind finally found somewhere soft to land. It's such a small scene, right? A drawer sliding open, a shelf that isn't cluttered, a space that makes sense. Even though it looks like you're just organizing your home, what you're really doing is finding a place where your thoughts don't spiral and your emotions don't feel scattered. You don't start organizing because you love straight lines and matching containers. You start because something in your life feels shaky, and creating structure is the one thing that doesn't fight back. Think about that moment when the outside world is loud, unpredictable, messy, and without even thinking, you wander into your room and start rearranging your bookshelf or cleaning off your desk. You tell yourself it's something simple, something small, something you're just doing to tidy up. But internally, there's a whole different story playing out. Your thoughts start crowding each other. Your mind feels like a hallway packed with noise. And the second you place something where it belongs, that hallway clears just a little. Here's where it gets weird. Organizing isn't about objects. It's about reclaiming mental space. You feel calmer when your room is clean, not because the room changed, but because you changed with it. A subtle pressure behind your thoughts loosens when the environment around you stops demanding your attention. You put the pile of papers in order, and suddenly you feel like maybe your life can be in order too. You align 3 things on a shelf, and for a moment your world feels aligned. It's almost embarrassing how true this is, but it's not something people admit out loud, because saying, "I organize to feel steady," feels too vulnerable, too revealing. Most people assume you organize because you're picky or neat or a perfectionist, but that's not the story underneath. The deeper story is that organizing becomes a quiet ritual of self-control in a world where so much is out of your hands. You sort your closet not for aesthetics, but for peace. You scrub your counter not for appearance, but for clarity. You rearrange your bedroom because moving things around is easier than trying to move your emotions. And the more unpredictable life gets, the more you crave those pockets of order. It's the contrast that hits hardest. The outside world feels fast, cluttered, overwhelming. Your organized space feels slow, intentional, grounding. You step into a messy store or a chaotic room and your mind tenses up, but walk into your own clean space and your whole body softens. This isn't about liking organization. It's about needing a stable place inside an unstable reality. You feel grounded when the environment matches the stability you're trying to build internally. You feel calm when the space is calm. You feel in control when at least one part of your life listens to you. Most people never notice how deep this goes. They don't understand the emotional weight behind wiping down the table or folding laundry a certain way. They don't realize how many feelings are hiding in the act of cleaning up. Because beneath that simple behavior lives something psychological, something almost instinctual, the desire to create a world you can trust. And organizing becomes your way of doing that. Quietly, consistently, intentionally. It gives you rhythm when life feels unbalanced. It gives you clarity when your emotions feel foggy. It gives you something to hold on to when everything else feels slippery. But here's the twist. The more you organize, the more your space starts reflecting parts of you that you don't show anyone. Your shelves reveal your priorities. Your drawers reveal your inner peace. Your routines reveal your resilience. Every little system you build is a reminder that you're trying, really trying, to feel grounded. And honestly, that's powerful. When people walk into your home, they might think you're just tidy. But the truth is you've built a sanctuary, piece by piece, box by box, moment by moment. Your space becomes a reflection of the stability you're fighting to create, a place where you can breathe without feeling like you're falling behind. a place where your thoughts don't scatter the second you wake up, a place that holds you when the world can't. And once you see this connection, once you realize you're organizing not because you're obsessive, but because you're sensitive, aware, and deeply intuitive, you can't unsee it. But the real twist is deeper. Organizing isn't just about reacting to chaos. It's also about believing you deserve clarity. You deserve calm. You deserve a life that feels manageable. And every time you fix something in your environment, you're quietly fixing something inside yourself. Maybe not the whole thing, maybe not permanently, but enough to remind you that your mind still has power, even when life doesn't make sense. That's the part people overlook. Your habits aren't quirks. They're coping mechanisms. Your routines aren't extra. They're survival strategies. Your systems aren't restrictive. They're protective. And if someone really paid attention, they'd notice how much softer you are when your space is in order, how much lighter your thoughts feel, how much easier it is to breathe. This is why organizing matters. Not for the look, but for the feeling. Not for control, but for grounding. Not for perfection, but for peace. And once you understand that, everything clicks. You're not strange for craving structure. You're not too much for wanting your space to feel calm. You're not avoiding the world. You're just creating a world you can actually live in. And the truth is simple. When you organize your home, you're giving yourself clarity. When you create order, you're creating ease. When you build structure, you're building safety. Your environment becomes your anchor, the thing that holds steady even when you don't. And maybe that's the real beauty of it. Organizing isn't just cleaning, it's healing, quietly, slowly, consistently healing. And once you realize that, every shelf, every drawer, every small routine feels a little more meaningful, a little more like you, a little more like peace.